This is a very transient event. If I walked an hour prior to this, this would have been all shadow areas. So there is a kind of a sense that it isn't open for all perspectives all through the day. Pandanus forest. Amazing structure, very easy to see. That's why I love these tracks. Give you that perspective, whereas if you walk through these forests, you'd never get through them. Getting to the top here, I think, closer and closer, etching my way through the forest, and termites and trees really are coexistent realities in the wet tropics. Gives a sense of, they're very adapted for this region with its deep olives. So here's a good example of a tree that has recently fallen across the path. The local trackies, there are people who are employed to clear up the tracks, haven't got to this one yet, or maybe they're leaving it as an example. It's easier to scale, it's nothing really big. And this is what occurs, they just fall occasionally, and there's lots of evidence of fungi growth. It's quite an interesting depiction. It's probably a good idea to leave it just to give people a sense of what happens, in the other parts of the forest on a continual basis. If you look at the probability of one falling across the track and how much of this forest there is, that means it's quite interesting. So I'm reaching quite an elevation here. Philosophy is a lot about that. It's a lot about this individualism, which stems from the Greek Aristotelian tradition of inquiry into the nature of the self and the life worth living. So from that sort of basis, a lot of the sciences developed into more institutional forms around modernity, which is post-Descartes, the early modern, when the institutions really became part of the state or the monarchy. Again, getting closer and closer to the top. And it claims here that the park is 1.7 kilometers that way and 7. So this is it's generally, okay, this will get me about 100 meters, I believe, from I'm at the top now, but from the actual viewing point. So very close to the viewing point of Bicton Hill. I can look out over the entire environment. It's a totally amazing experience. The Cutton brothers arrived on April 1, 1882, and were the area's first permanent European residents. They used Bicton Hill as a ship lookout. For many years before the Cutton brothers arrived, the Jiru Aboriginal people lived in the area and also used Bicton Hill as a lookout. In fact, it was the Jiru people who showed the Cutton brothers the path up the hill. Many of the islands you can see today have cultural significance to the Jiru people and are still known by their language names.